Kyle Ball, he's one of my best friends on the team, and we lived together freshman year. And he was texting me, and I talked to Taylor, one of our recruiting coordinators this bed, and he was like, "Hey, Klieman would love to meet with you." And so I was still in town. I was working, and so I met with him. I met with Sped and Klieman, and that was pretty much the meeting. And then took a couple days to think about it and talk to loved ones, and that's that.
How did you learn you were back on scholarship, and what was that conversation like?
So it was going through camp, and I already have my degree. So going through camp, I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna for sure play if I don't have a way to pay for it, because I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna go into debt just to try to play. So it was like the Friday. It was like 2 days left in camp, and Klieman said, "Hey, come talk to me after, after lunch." We just got done with practice in the morning. And so I don't know if he's going to be like, "Hey, we don't have a scholarship," or we do. And we just sat down for a little bit, and he was like, how you been doing? How you liking camp? And then eventually he was like, "Hey, so we're gonna put you back on scholarship." And I was very grateful, gave him a hug, and it was a good time, so yeah.
What was your time away from football like?
It was good. It was like relaxing, because I've been playing tackle football since I was in, first grade, second grade. So honestly, just like mentally, time away from playing tackle football was great. But yeah, I was also just like, figuring out, how much does football mean to me, and what impact is it going to have on my life? Is it going to be the most important thing, or is it something I do but it doesn't define me? So I think that was very important for me to, I'm not defined by football. I'm defined by a lot more than that. So, yeah.
What went into the decision to leave football the first time?
A lot of conversation with people I love, like some of my friends on the team, family, just like mentors in my life. Just had a discussion with them, and yeah, I was telling them earlier, like, just felt like I couldn't be myself when I come to football. I felt like I was just clocking in, and I had a lot of anxiety and felt depressed at times. And so I didn't want to just come here and feel like I wasn't myself, and feel like I was just like almost selling myself to football and not being who I really am. So that was like a good chunk of why I walked away, because I was like, I'm not just gonna like sell myself to this game and not feel like I'm myself, and like be who I am in Jesus Christ. So yeah.
Where were you working when you said you were working a job?
Chick-fil-A, and I still do work there. Like I work there in the winter and the spring and the summer. Like I worked there this past summer. So yeah, Chick-fil-A all day.
Now that you're back with football, doesn't feel like just coming and clocking in and some of the same bad feelings feels better?
Yeah, it definitely feels better. Like it's still, like, honestly, sometimes a process for me to, probably a lot of guys feel like that. Like, you're here every day, and it is a job. So yeah, I'm still working through those things, but it's definitely better, and I'm feeling a lot better and a lot more joyful throughout the days and throughout practices, and just feeling I can talk to my coaches and rely on them, and rely on just the people in the facility and also outside the facility.